Hello there, this is our Thinking Out Loud Series 8. It's called Extra Outcome Thinking, and yes, it's a continuation from the previous session. And here we share some tricks on how to paint a likely outcome in our mind so that it can draw us towards success. Here we go. Now, if you can see it in your mind, then you can experience it in your reality. Just look at the little boy in the picture there. All he has his tricycle, one big Coca-Cola bottle on his back as a rocket backpack, and a leather helmet with goggles. But he imagined that he is flying a super duper rocket car that can bring him to Mars and back within seconds. So we may laugh at this childish act, but it's this very ability to imagine it in his head that could one day make him the rocket scientist that create us this machine to bring us to Mars. So the same thing goes with you. You've got to start finding it in your head. So this outcome thinking is really about starting to visualize the end or the outcome in our head, and then to retrace the steps back to the present and plan and make it happen. So what exactly do we want here, my dear students? So in a very immediate context, we're thinking about your graduation. That's right, your convocation. You want to graduate as a first-class student, ideally with a medal hanging from your neck or sash across your shoulder saying that you are some award-winning student, the medal indicating that you are a first-class student, things like that. So this is the kind of picture, a living picture that you want to plant in your head. You can't be telling yourself ideas like, I'm no good in maths, I'm no good in the English, I can't possibly do this, I can't even speak properly, I can't speak in public. No, because stop all those. Stop saying all those nasty things about yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Right? And here is how we're going to do it. It's easy. You could do it. You know the Oscar? That's right. That's the biggest global award given out to all the film industry, and everyone wants to win it, whether you are a director, scriptwriter, or an actor. So in order to create an Oscar-winning movie, we know there are three main elements. You're right, the writer, the scriptwriter, the director, and the actor. And in this case, the trick that I'm going to share with you is you are going to be all these three people, because you are going to make your own Oscar-winning film. Alright, so let's take a look at the first role here. As the scriptwriter, what does a scriptwriter do? Again, the scriptwriter, you're right, pick up the correct genre, the correct category of the story here. Is it going to be a suspense thriller? Is it going to be a documentary? Is it going to be a romance comedy? But of course, in this case, we are focusing on your graduation. It's going to be a happy, joyous occasion. A film about your journey in the university throughout the 4 years to get to the end, to come to your graduation, to be awarded the degree, and to be surrounded by your family and friends, celebrating your success. So that is the category of story that we're going to do, a success, happy story. And then the writer will start to create the storyline. How is the story going to unfold now? And to join up the story, there will be the plots, as we watch in films. Alright? And once the plots are in place, we need to put in the characters. And remember, the main character is who? Is you, because you are going to be the Oscar-winning actor. Now, characters are in, scenes are in, next we need the dialogue. You can't possibly be wanting a successful graduate going out on stage and saying things like, oh, I'm no good, I'm not that clever, when he or she is wearing a robe, donning a mortarboard on graduation. That's impossible. That's impossible. So the dialogues must be correct. Huh? And here we learn a technical term in the film industry. It's called the visual elements. A good scriptwriter will make sure that these 4 visual elements are included in the script. Number 1, the location. Where is it going to be? Again, let's go back to your graduation. It will be our beloved DSI, Dewan Sultan Ismail. That's where your graduation, your convocation is going to take place. Right? And the scene action. What is going to happen in that scene? In front of the DSI, you're going to be surrounded by many people. And you look around, they are mostly in blue. Yeah, that's the robe. And you look down, yeah, you are wearing the same robe as well. And your mortarboard is in your hand. You're waiting to queue to get into the hall to be awarded the scroll and to put your mortarboard on to show that you have already graduated, completed your studies successfully. So that is a scene. And next we move on to character appearance. Who are going to appear? Of course, you got to be there and the people around you. Now you look around, oh, they are not strangers, they are family and friends. And those who are in the blue robe like you, oh, they are your friends. And you, what are you doing? The character action now. You could be patting each other's shoulder and say, well done, we have made it. And you could be talking about old days. You could be laughing about your antics when you were students, what you did to the lecturer, or what the lecturers did to you, all the funny stories and all. So these will all come together to become the story. And a writer will always maintain authenticity, meaning that, for example, if this is going to be your convocation, you are a graduate from UTHM, obviously it's going to take place in UTHM at DSI. It cannot be in an aerodrome, in Mars, for instance. No matter how creative you want to be, we've got to be realistic and authentic here. Right? Remember, this is your movie. So once the writer is done with the script, it's being passed on to the director. Again, remember, now you are changing your head from a script writer to the director. As a director, what do? You got to read and understand the script. Cross-check, make sure you really understand. You got to interpret the scripts for the best effect. What do you mean by best effect? This is very important. It's the director's job to bring the story to life when it's being made into a film. Alright? And in this case, what does a director do? A director will put in 3 main elements. Number 1, the visual effects. Number 2, the sound effects. And number 3, perhaps the most important of all, the feeling effect. What we call the kinesthetic effect. Right? Now you think back. What is the best film that has stuck in your memory? When you talk about films, this is my best film. Maybe it's Star Wars, maybe Lord of the Rings, I don't know. Maybe it's a small-time film. I don't know, maybe a film that is more obscure. The Ring, I don't know, maybe The Ring is not so obscure. Any films that you like, it's okay. What sticks in your head? You remember the visuals, right? How the ghosts climb out of the television set, for example. Or the sound. The sound of the lightsaber being unleashed by the Jedis, for example. And the feeling being evoked. Again, I relate to the Hindustan. Without having to look at the telly, you could cry just by listening to the songs. For example, the feelings that's been evoked by the whatever that's playing in the film, sound or visual. Alright, so those are the 3 things. Remember, the visual, the sound, and also the feelings. Alright, and then the director will select the locations as per the storyline outlined by the writer. Would it be in front of the DSI, or the angle should be from the side, or should we start from the back, or should we have a helicopter view? So that is up to the director to decide to make the best effect. Alright, and then he moves on, or he or she will move on to talk about to do the casting. That's to start selecting the actors. In real life, we know they have to come for audition, but in your case, you know the main actor is you. So you got to make sure that the actor, who is you, got to be prepared for the story. And the director will then instruct and motivate the actors involved. Here I put plural, but in reality it's just you that's most important. Other people are just peripheral. Okay, and very importantly, the director must arrange and call for rehearsals. Remember, practice makes perfect. You can't have a director interpreting the script correctly and just take the first shoot and that's it. One take and that's done. No, the actors will have to come together to have several times of rehearsals to get it right. Okay, now we move on to the last and probably most important role. That is the actor. That is you again. Now change your head. You're no longer the director, you are the actor. Okay, under the instructions of the director and by reading the script, now you got to live in the character. You got to live in it. And here is what we say. You'll be doing what? I'll quote and adapt from an old Coca-Cola advert many years ago during the World Cup. It says this: makan bola, tidur bola, nafas bola, basically hidup bola. That's what it does. An actor, a good actor, will live out the story. Basically live in the character. Totally forgotten what he or she is at the present, but totally immerse him or herself in the character. So the actor will need to memorize the script, obviously, and enliven the character to the audience. When the audience see the actor in the film, the audience relate to the character and not to the actor per se as a real person in real life. It's to the character, remember. And the actor must always listen to the director and scriptwriter to stay authentic, to the story. And the actor has a responsibility to study and learn the suitable moves. Again, we go back to your graduation movie. So what does the actor do? For example, you are awarded the best student in the engineering category, for example. Alright? So you are walking up the stairs to receive your trophy from the chancellor. How are you going to move? How are you going to walk? You can't be walking, dragging your feet. You can't be having sagging shoulders and head facing the ground. No, you can't be doing that. You'll be walking what? Shoulders straightened, back straight, head chin up. Not because you're arrogant, because you're proud. And you can see your family and friends cheering for you down there. So happy for you. Your family will have tears of joy in their eyes. And you can feel in your heart bursting with happiness. All the pain, all the sacrifices, all the tears, all the blood shed throughout the 4 years of study is okay. They are all worth it because you are here now. You made it. Alright? So that is the move. And you bring out the emotions, as we said just now. When the audience look at you in that film, you can make them cry, you can make them laugh, you can make them feel what you feel as the character. Alright? And you convey the story. And very importantly, when the director gives the instructions, you as a responsible and accountable actor must come for the rehearsals. Again, there's no one take and that's it. No, there'll be many takes. That's why you require rehearsals. So you got to come for the rehearsals to make the movie real, to make the movie happening, to make the movie lively, and most important of all, to make you as an actor really believe that you are the character now. You are the character. You are no longer the actor. You are the character. Okay? So all in all, in a nutshell, you are going to be the scriptwriter, you are going to be the director, and you are going to be the actor. And you are going to win the Oscar for all three categories in order to make this film for yourself. Alright? Abraham Lincoln once said this: the best way to predict the future is actually to create it. So my dear students, you got to start creating this future of yours, this graduation movie of yours. Make it as lively, as glorious, as happy as you can be. Put in all the sounds, put in all the sights, all the colors, even the smell of the food surrounding, the food stalls. There are many food stalls around. Yes, the smell of things, the people around you, the feelings that you summon around you into from your heart, and the feelings that you exude, and you get people around you to be surrounded by that. So that is what we want. That is what you need to create in your head. And again, my dear students, remember, this latent potential, 90% of it that is still inside you, you got to find it and let it out. It is not in your brother's fishing basket. It's not in your sister's tuition bag. It's definitely not in your laundry basket. It's there inside of you. So begin today. Start creating your motion picture. Start creating your graduation movie in your head. It will pull you towards it. It will make you successful. Alright, thank you very much. Bye-bye and stay safe.